Advocates are now pushing to expand the time voters have to cast their ballots early before the December 6th Senate runoff.
But new Georgia laws limit the amount of time voters and poll workers have to get ready for the runoff. Joe Ripley explains.
Voting rights advocates fear Georgia's new election law could mean lower voter turnout. It shortens the time between an election and runoff from 9 weeks to 4. Last time, 4.5 million Georgians voted in the runoffs, but they had several weeks to vote early then, says Vasu Abhiraman with the ACLU of Georgia.
Instead of 3 weeks of early vote, we are down to 1 required week of early vote.
You can vote absentee by mail, early in person, or head to the polls on December 6th to vote in the runoff, but the Secretary of State's office says early voting must start by Monday, November 28th, citing a law stating voting is not allowed on Saturdays after state holidays. That would leave Sunday, November 27th as the only weekend day for early voting before the runoff.
Shortening the period will not stop us from mobilizing the vote. What it will do is dishearten individuals in trusting the process.
Gerald Griggs, president of the NAACP of Georgia, is calling on local elections boards to expand early in-person voting as much as possible. He's also asking lawmakers to do away with the law. The Secretary of State's office points out counties can set their own times for early voting within the law, and the holiday voting restrictions could take pressure off already busy election workers. Abhiraman says all Georgia voters will be impacted, especially college students who might be out of town or have finals to worry about. He says they may not bother voting with new runoff rules this year.
A 9-week runoff cycle would have given everybody time over Thanksgiving to breathe. We have to do whatever we can to ensure that voters in Georgia have the access they need to cast their ballot.